there are going to be challenges and people who are difficult to deal with all the time. They may say something negative, or there are always negative energies around, but then you have to create your positive levels so up that the negative doesn't hit you. Even if you feel that you got blown up by something, you want to ensure that you bounce back immediately. People talk whatever they want to talk. There are types of people. You can't stop who's watching your content, right? Once it's out in public, it's out. It's like whatever you put out in the universe comes back to you. And therefore, I'm putting more and more positive, whatever I could.
Hello everybody, welcome to Mindset Simplified. This show is going to introduce you to those mindset experts and the most successful people from all over the world who will share the biggest achievements and also their experience of most challenging situations in their journey and how they managed to overcome, so that you don't need to do the same mistakes again and rather focus on your growth to make way for highest level of success in your life much faster. And bear in mind, this show has no script. Every word spoke here is directly from heart to heart. And today's guest is a dashing woman, an investment professional, always dares to challenge the status quo. She is specialized in asset allocation, edtech, single family office, VC and technology in the investment management. She is a graduate from Chicago Booth and also a global yogini who is a fitness freak. She decided to get into social media in the middle of COVID lockdown, only to witness more than 1 million views within 5 months for her inspirational content. She loves to travel the world and also coaching next generation youth. Transforming a life started as a small town girl to a global citizen is simply inspirational. And she is fit, always on the move and full of life. Help me to welcome Ekta Tulani, Executive Director of Astrolab Holding Kuwait. Hi Ekta, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing, Rajesh?
I'm doing fantastic, Ekta. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. I'm thrilled.
But can you share what is the kind of journey you had really coming from a small village all the way to really traveling to so many countries?
Well, that's one question, and that basically is going to reflect on many areas of my life. So thank you so much for bringing that. And yes, so I was born and brought up in a place called Burhanpur, which is a very small town. I would be afraid to call it a village. If somebody from Burhanpur hears that, I might question my judgment on that. But it's a small town. I finished my schooling there and moved to Pune for my higher education. Started working there, moved to Mumbai, moved to Dubai, now in Kuwait, studied in Chicago. Traveled all over the globe for work. But if I have to just talk about my journey as a child, I think it's amazing. And now I understand law of attraction and manifestation and all that. And I'm conscious. But I feel now that I look back, you are able to connect dots only when you look back. And if I see, I always had this vision. I was always able to see myself or visualize myself sitting on a leather chair. See, I'm still sitting on leather, so obsessed with leather chairs. Sitting in a nice, amazing office, having this leather chair, walking with my high heels on in corporate suits. I was able to visualize myself taking lots of international flights, going on business meetings. However, I come from a very, very humble family and very simple middle-class family. And you would be shocked to know that I had to go on a hunger strike because my parents refused that let me study. So at that time, education was not even a right for me. It was a privilege. I was fighting with my family that I want to do this. And they were like, listen, finish your book and we'll just get you married. So shut up. Now that I look back, it seems like a joke, but yeah. So I really pursued my vision, I would say, regardless of not knowing what will happen, but I followed my passion, and that is what led to one thing and the other, and here I am.
I can totally relate to that, Ekta, because I mean, in a way, my journey is exactly the same. Starting from a
Really?
small village, getting into a nearby town for my, university, and then getting into Delhi, and then to Dubai, and then never stopped afterwards. But I want to ask one very, very important question here. What kind of mindset, like you said, right? Your parents, you had to fight for it. So, I mean, it may not be just one time. There may be situations where you might think, man, this is too big a dream for a small town girl like me. What kind of mindset has helped you really overcome such a thinking and then still, achieve the dreams?
It's an amazing question. I don't know as a child how I thought, but I do remember small things, how I found myself very different from other kids at that time, because we lived in a place called Sindhi Colony. It was literally like a camp, where kids would play outside, and I was one of them. However, you see in especially small places where once in a while you see aeroplane going from you see that in the sky, and then kids waving at the aeroplane. So I was one of them, waving and also wanting to wave back, imagining myself sitting in the plane and waving back at the kids down. So when I was that small baby, I would wave and also visualize that I will be waving at these kids one day, So it's very random, but that was me. And when I was, again, as a kid, when we used to play together, it's very funny. Many of my old friends still bring that thing up and laugh at me, because I used to say that, oh, I'm not going to live in India. I'll be somewhere outside. So I don't know how you will keep in touch with me, because back then we didn't have these smartphones and internet and all that. But you maybe will write letters to me or things like that. I used to talk all that nonsense. I make me talk that. Anyways, this all just says that there was this desire or manifestation or whatever. But as I grew up, I understand that reality is very different. And there is a lot of work that needs to go. So I would say to make that dream come true, I put in a lot of effort. I have been a gold medalist and a scholar during my school days. And I pursued my drive for education and equipping myself with the right skill sets. Took the challenges, took the risk, took the difficult path rather at that time when I had to move to a different city to pursue a specific career opportunity or whatever, even if it is like demanding me to be away from family or whatever. So that was the part of challenges. But you know what, when you are in love with your vision and you're driven, everything is okay. You're just moving forward. So I think this is how it happened.
Wow. That's a very interesting journey, Ekta. I just want to ask, right, if you have a chance to go back and restart your entire journey, and do you have any suggestion how you would deal with all this wisdom and the experience that you got? Because I'm talking in the sense, if there is another girl right now sitting in Burhanpur and thinking, hey, I have a dream to go all the way, all over the world. What suggestion you have so that actually they kind of, get into this journey much faster?
So places like Burhanpur, I say that we have very limited resources because we don't have that many people who are from different types of field. Especially I come from Sindhi community, wherein most of the people are like business owners, small-time business owners, right? So in the family, we don't have access to a lot of educated people if we want to have information of different things. So what I did at that time was I was trying to connect with as many people as I could, So-and-so's friends, cousins, brother is studying somewhere, and I would go and meet that person and take notes and try to build that contact that, if I come to Pune, I will meet you and all those kind of things. I still do that. Nowadays, doing that is easy, connecting with people. So I would say connect with as many people as you can in whatever area of interest you have. Find mentors, find people who you could talk to. This is the external thing, but internal is just one important thing, that don't be afraid. If you think that, if you're afraid of challenges, then forget everything. But, and if you really have ambition, there are going to be tons of challenges. different types of challenges, but have confidence in yourself that whatever it is, you are capable to deal with, whatever it may be. Plus. So that's the attitude one needs to have, because you cannot, life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. This is what I would say.
I love that. I totally love that. Life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. And I can see that in you.
Yeah, you cross level 1 game. It's very similar to video games. You cross level 1 and you're like, yay, I cleared it. Then you see level 2, you're like, level 1 was fun at least. Now what is this? Now I'm a bigger dragon. Yeah.
I mean, I see that. I totally see that. And I saw you actually mentioning about it, right? Connecting to the people beyond, within that immediate circle, is a kind of comfort zone factor. And I know that you have to break your comfort zone, especially when you got into the journey of social media. How to approach, actually, comfort zone is something which is built by conditioning right from our childhood. That's a mindset which is right there. It keeps saying that, hey, this is a comfort zone. Keep doing it because many people are doing. So how would you actually break that comfort zone and be, I see you, most of the time you're out of the comfort zone, right? How was your social media journey and what people can approach breaking it?
Comfort zone in terms of social media, you mean? Or generally?
In general, I've seen you achieving it very successfully in social media, so that's why I mentioned social media.
Thank you so much. It was less of moving out. For me, it was different. I would categorize it as meeting your own demons rather than comfort zone. So when I decided that I want to go to Lincoln and pursue this course, Wealth Yogi Certification Program, the idea was I wanted to learn manifestation and yoga. Okay, I didn't even know about the social media part, and I didn't even care enough to get into that. Even if I'm not even sure whether it mentioned anything in the application like that. But I was very intrigued by Master's video, and I was like, yes, I want to do that. Whatever asana they are doing, I don't know half the things I still don't do, and I was like, yes, I want to learn this skill, whatever it is, manifestation. That was a drive. But when I saw social media thing there, and I was blown away, to be honest, because I was anti-social media at that time. And for what reasons, I didn't know. Okay. I think I had my own fear at that time, fear of judgment from other people, which I think, especially for girls, it's very, very high. I don't know whether I'm being judgmental here, saying all for girls, maybe it's for guys as well. But if I take my own example, I realized that in that 1 week time, that my fear of judgment from other people was so daunting, and how it has held me back from raising my hand in the class thousands of times, from mentioning or saying an answer or talking or asking a question in the meetings many times, right? Just because you are very afraid of what other people are going to think about you. So I realized that was one of the very big fears. And when we were asked to come live or to go live on Facebook every single day, oh my God, that was hard, because I was like, oh my God, if I go live, everybody around me is going to watch me. And what am I? I'm like a so-and-so corporate leader, and here like coming on Facebook, and what am I going to talk, It was all very, very scary and daunting. But I was like, that was a trigger actually, which brought back all the series of things that have happened in my life, to give me a reflection that, hey, dude, you're afraid. And I was like, oh, what am I afraid of? And then I was like, see this? You didn't do that. You didn't raise your hand. You didn't speak up. You knew the answer. You knew the problem, but you kept quiet. That happened in your house. That happened in your relationship. That happened in office. That happened in school. And that's happening now. And I was like, shit, that was a reflection. And I was like, I'm going to crack it down now.
When you went, beyond judgment of others, you suddenly found yourself. Isn't that what exactly is the key? Probably that is one of the reasons why you could change so drastically, that 1 million people have seen your videos. It's really huge. Have you ever planned to go to that 1 million views?
Honestly, I would say I was very blessed and very lucky. And it just so happened that timing was such that, and whatever message I had to share with people or whatever questions they would ask me, and whatever, again, my answers, they were able to resonate. So I got that kind of response from so many people. So many people got inspired and all that. So I think, I don't know, I call it universe's way of rewarding, or I don't know what worked, to be honest. But for me, if you ask what is the preparation or mindset that I was going on with to get that kind of result, my mindset was, I'm just not going to worry about anything. I'm just going to be myself and say exactly what I wanted to say, without trying to manipulate any thought, without trying to overthink, without trying to change anything. Whatever it is, I'm just going to be myself. So that was my thought when each time I went on Facebook Live or any video for that matter. That is what, and that was the only thing that was possible for me to do. Otherwise, I would not be able to sustain at all. Otherwise, I cannot fake for so long. I cannot do anything. Like, I cannot be someone else for so long. I cannot really talk about someone else's values, which I really don't believe, for so long. So that doesn't go a long way. So I was like, okay, Khalas, if I really want to convey something, it has something I should be really believing and true to myself. So I think that's why people were able to resonate as well.
I've heard you saying it, right, very, very clearly. Be yourself, keep going forward, and these achievements will fall in place. But I heard you saying about universe, right? I mean, what kind of thing actually made you to manifest a whole different life once you got into social media?
I guess I liked doing what I was doing. And when people reach out to me or they say, oh my God, this was very inspiring. Oh my God, this is what I needed to hear just today. And when they share their stories, that gives a kick. That makes you feel that, oh my God, I'm doing something worthwhile and amazing. It's not just a social media thing for me. I'm making a difference. I'm creating some impact, right? So it's not just that I put some content out and affected somebody. It's a cycle, I feel. I created some content, I put it out, somebody got the result of that, somebody was impacted or affected in whichever positive ways. They came back to me with their experience and it affected me positively again, right? So it's like what you throw comes back to you sort of thing, and world's a boomerang. And that's what I felt, that it's like whatever you put out in the universe comes back to you. And therefore, I'm putting more and more positive, whatever I could create. So that's why that cycle continues for me. It's not stopping. It's not stopping. It goes on. It increases my work, but well, okay, I guess I'm loving it.
I mean, I'm saying the journey from absolutely anti-social media to really get into social media, I've seen very strong message from you saying that you put out positivity, you naturally get back, right? Now, so are there any challenges in this journey of social media? Because at this moment, social media is a place where everybody is spending and it has so much of content, people might actually easily get diverted into what is absolutely detrimental to them, right? If somebody wants to become a social media influencer, what kind of challenges or traps they should avoid so that actually they go in the positive direction?
So there are some practical things, again, external and internal, if you really want to grow. And I felt externally, of course, you have to put content in the first place, a good quality content, right? That's number one. Of course, you have to be consistent if you really want to make a difference, because there are thousands of people dumping content every single day, right? So you want to produce good content and you want to be consistent, right? So your followers have something to look up to or look forward to. So that's how you keep the engagement going. But on a very internal and mental level, it's also a lot of personal development. Because I remember when I started with my Facebook Lives, people talk whatever they want to talk. There are types of people. You can't stop who's watching your content, right? Once it's out in public, it's out. anybody who is viewing it has the complete freedom to express their thoughts, right? And that they may not be always positive or pleasant for the producer. So when I used to go live, when I'm in the live, right there when I'm on live, people talk shit, and I am very I have been somebody who would be very, very engaging. I would read the messages and respond. So, and I would read messages like, shut up, who the heck are you to say this to us, or you are a bitch, or you are ABC, whatever. Very, very judgmental, very, very hard or difficult type of, or many times very, very inappropriate messages. And it used to bother me a lot. Literally, sometimes I would have probably initially I would have cried that, oh my God, I'm just trying to put across a positive message. Why would somebody think of me like that or say this to me? I mean, that's too much. If you don't want to watch my video, don't watch, but you watch it and then you say this to me, like, what the heck? But now again, I realize that it was a journey. I grew from that. I learned to filter, right? It's not just filtering what I see, it's also filtering what goes inside my head. I cannot let that hold me back. And the same thing applies into everything that we do in life. If it's relationship, if it's your life, if it's your career, there are going to be challenges and people who are difficult to deal with all the time. They may say something negative, or there are always negative energies around, but then you have to create your positive levels so up that the negative doesn't hit you. Even if you feel that you got blown up by something, you want to ensure that you bounce back immediately. So that has been my mantra, and I think that has helped me evolve a lot. And that's, oh my God, that's the biggest lesson I also learned, and I feel this is the biggest takeaway for me from this journey.
To value content so that it adds value to the others, and the even most important thing, what I understood is to make sure that we take only the filtered information, what we want to take. I mean, social media need really very strong mind to not to get distracted with that. That's very.
Somebody could just be mentally looking at whatever feed shows up in their social media, right? You could just feel jealous looking at your friends having fun. Or your exes enjoying with some other people, or someone else making, you started your career with someone and someone else is making a lot of money or whatever. So that's negative, or some horrible things that are happening in the world. There's a lot of negativity, and if you allow yourself to be affected, that's too much to take.
I totally can see that. Is that where the yoga, like I've seen you as a global yogini, right? You really became very, very flexible. Is that where in emotional balance is where your yoga has had a positive impact?
Yoga has been with me for many, many years of my life. I think it's almost 20 years. However, I have not been that rigorous in advanced yoga before Wealth Yogi program. Well, I'm not still as advanced as you are. But I would say fitness, I've always been into fitness, not necessarily full-fledged yoga. So I keep changing so that I don't get bored of it. When I feel that it's getting too mundane, then I move to gym, or some dance activity or some other sports, But I'm always in some sort of fitness that helps me be in shape. And yes, of course, that's a big positive boost that you get, right, when you move your body. So yes, absolutely. Balance from yoga, maybe yes, or from workout, either ways. I didn't realize that as much as I do now. The effect of that, I'm sure it would have been affecting me positively earlier as well, but now I'm able to resonate a lot, that the days I do work out and I don't, the days that I do my journaling versus I don't, the days I do spend time in meditation versus I don't. Wow, it sounded good as if I do that every day, but let's assume that I do. Sounds cool. Yes, it helps to balance and ground a lot. That's so true. How much ever you say this is so important, that would be less, because it's the essence. Yeah. End of the day, we say spirit has a physical experience, right? So it's the body. That is the experience, end of the day. So you better take care of that body. This is what I have to say. You better take care of that body. Sexy better.
So, I mean, I just want to ask this question, right? If there is someone who's dreaming to have, success, the highest level of success, what is that one advice that you say that without that they can never be successful? What is that mindset they should carry to, get to that level of highest level of success?
Believe in yourself. If I just have to say one thing, the one and most important thing is you gotta believe in yourself, because you'll meet thousands of people that would not. And there'll be so many people who would drag you down. And you cannot rely on someone else to motivate you if you want to be successful. You got to believe in yourself. You got to be self-driven. You should be able to motivate your own self on your worst days, because don't expect that every time you will have somebody. So that drive, that belief, whatever you have as your aspiration, vision, dream, chase it. Go for it. If you don't go for it, you don't get it either ways. So I always say this, right? The probability of success if you pursue something is 50%. 50% yes, 50% no, right? But if you don't even believe in yourself, if you don't believe, you're not going to even chase or try or put in your 100%. The probability just goes down to 100. Like 100% no. Like you're not even trying. So it's already zero, right? When you try, it starts from 50% that you are in the game. So I would say believe in yourself, go for it.
Believe in yourself, don't care about the judgment of others and chase your dreams. And this is really, really a powerful message, Ekta. And what I can say is, audience, it is time for you to chase your dreams and to make sure that believe in yourself and then don't care about everybody else. And Ekta, thank you so much for your time. It has been really wonderful, learning about your real life experiences and then how you actually managed to become a global citizen from a small town girl. I'm sure so many of these small town girls are watching this and they will look up to you. And I only wish that go out there and inspire many more people out there. And I can only say thank you so much once again for joining the show. And if at all, if you people have not yet subscribed, make sure to like and subscribe and share with every single person whom this particular message can make an impact. And otherwise, I'll see you with another amazing individual in the next episode on the next week. Till then, we say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for having me here. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste, Ekta.